Welcome to SKYPODCAST.
A Spotify exclusive. Really love you keep on saying na matanda ka na, but you're 34?
I'm 33, excuse me.
33? Ang bata pa ng 33.
Yeah, and I realized that age is really just a number. It's just a mindset. So the more I tell myself that I'm so old, the more I'll feel old.
Yeah, and we have like friends na parang look younger than they are. And meron din tayong friends na kabatch natin na look a lot older than they are, no?
And I was just at a bachelorette party last weekend, and I was like, I think by 12 midnight, I was literally crawling to my room sa pagod. Hindi sa, I wasn't drunk or anything. I was just so tired. Like, my body needed to sleep. But then, in our chat group, na-realize namin the next day na sina Lorene, who are older than me,
Yeah.
pumunta pa ng Revel, nag-party pa. Tapos
After
the
the
next day,
Bachelorette.
after the Bachelorette, so they went home super madaling araw na. And then, the next day when I woke up and I was so tired, nasa mall na siya nagpa-eye check. I'm like, oh my God, it really is nga just a mindset.
Do you think it's a mindset or hindi na sanay yung katawan natin?
Yun, both. And I think the more I tell myself, like, di ko na to kaya, I'm too old na, the more my body feels it.
You know what I think it is? Like, for example, itong mga sleepless nights. I feel like you get to a point wherein sanay ka na hindi natutulog ng maayos, na yun na yung normal mo. So, umabot sa point na you're still not getting enough sleep, but you feel like you're okay. Kasi, dati, nung nagtitaping pa kami, nung nag-artista pa ako, I used to operate in like 4 hours na sleep, ganyan. And okay pa rin. Kaya pa rin mag-function. Hanggat sa umabot sa point na makakatulog ka na maayos, ay, ito pala yung feeling na maganda yung tulog.
That's me for the longest time with kids also.
And I feel like it's very bad for you.
It's very bad for you, and you don't realize the things that get affected. Like, for example, you were telling me, why is she so short-tempered?
Oh yeah, si
Diba?
Chris, there was, you're actually, ngayon, napansin ko, after like our Manila trip wherein you slept super soundly, mas less pissy ka. And it's true.
Yeah, and like this morning...
Do you agree?
No, I do agree. And I also think that because we went to Manila for so long and I was detached from the kids for so long, parang nag-awaken yung eyes ko na, dude, like, all my life, not all my life, but in the past 3 years, I always thought na the right thing to do was to be this super mom, right? Which isn't bad. And I meet all of these moms that are first-time moms, parang same wavelength as me. Na parang do everything for your kids, sacrifice, ganyan, all of these things. I thought that parang, okay, I'm done with my martyr mom era. I'm gonna try to balance my life now with work. But because I was just still at home the whole time, and with the kids all the time, parang that line gets blurred a lot. Diba? And now that I'm in Manila, like now that I go to Manila a lot and have to work a lot and be away from the kids a lot, parang there was this spark in my brain na, like, this is who I am. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I can do this pala. Oh, normal pala to. Alam mo yun, like, in my head, now that I'm a mom, like, I can't, because I'm a mom, I can't party anymore. I can't go to bachelorettes anymore. Like, I'm too old for this.
Yun
I
yung
always had
mindset
these,
mo dati.
yeah, I always had these things in my head that parang, because nandito na ako, tapos na ako dyan. Pero hindi pala. Like, you know, nothing is black and white. Like, I can still be a great mom when I'm home, but I can still party it up with my friends if I want to. It just doesn't mean that because I have 2 kids, parang kailangan ko na matulog ng 8 hours every night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, everything is just a mindset. That's the thought that clicked to me when I was in Manila.
So, whenever you're traveling, ano yung feeling mo? Na parang
You
you're
mean
spending...
when I'm away from the kids?
Yes, a lot less time with the kids.
Syempre, nakaka-guilty pa rin, and I really, really miss them. But now that I'm forced to do it so long, I think for the whole half of the month, I was in Manila. Yeah. And that's the first time that I've been really away from them.
Oh, and this is the first time na parang we're actually starting to meet the Sky Fam.
The Sky Fam, physical interactions, parang ang dami kong bagong experience. Kasi nga, for the past 3 years, our
Mas
experience
bahay lang tayo.
is controlled. Because we refuse to go to Manila, remember? Like,
And
when
not only,
people would say like, oh, we have a work thing. We're like, no, we have to stay home. We have to be parents.
Pass lang kami.
Pass lang muna, ganyan. But now that we're like slowly opening up, I feel like I grew so much in just this month. You know what I mean? Parang, when you put yourself in situations that are outside of your control, you're not comfortable, you learn a lot about the situation and about yourself also.
Yes.
Yeah.
So kami, the typical introverts that we are, we always like push each other to like paminsan in a good way and in a bad way. Paminsan like, for example, may party kami and biglang sasabihin ni Chris, Love, bahay na lang tayo. Huwag na tayo pumunta. And then, syempre, ako, natural instinct was like, nga dito lang tayo. Nood lang tayo ng TV.
May nakita nga akong TikTok na when an introvert's plans get canceled, so she's walking out the door in her clothes and then suddenly somebody texts her like, plans are canceled or we're not gonna meet up tonight. And the rest of the video, she's like, yes, taking off her clothes. Yes, going to the bed. Yes. I'm like, shucks, that's so me.
Yeah.
Like, every time our plans get canceled and we're forced to stay home, we're so happy because we're stuck in our little comfortable bubble.
Yes.
Right?
And the funny thing is, right now, we're actually actively trying to push each other to create new experiences or to mingle more, to do more things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, love. Like, for example, in Alodia's wedding, we were so tired because we had a really long day and it was super traffic. We were on the road going home.
Yep.
Diba? And then nakita natin yung traffic going to her wedding. And we were like, God, it's gonna take us 3 hours to get there. Should we just cancel? So we were calling our friends na, should we just cancel? Kasi it's so traffic, baka when we get there, diba? And then we were in the hotel room. We were like, cancel na ba tayo? And then finally, we both agreed na, okay, let's just push through this feeling na pagod tayo and let's just go. And when we were there, we were so happy, syempre, to celebrate with her, to see everything, to experience something new.
Yeah.
Things like that, no?
So, ano na ba talaga? Lilipat na ba tayo ng Manila?
Why? Bakit?
What do you feel like when you go to Manila? Do you kind of like want to live there? Can you imagine yourself being there and taking the kids there? Or dito pa rin talaga sa Cebu?
You know what? I feel like we're so lucky to live in Cebu because it's so detached from the busyness of Manila. So I can have like our family life that's a little bit more private. A little bit more, like further away from the chaos, so to speak. But in Manila, syempre lahat ng opportunities nandun.
Yes.
Syempre lahat ng work nandun. So we wouldn't have to be taking all of these day trips and flights and every after work we can go home and see the kids. Yeah, but feeling ko kasi part yun ng magic sa relationship natin.
Wow.
And sa family natin that we're kind of detached.
Pero ang maganda din yung feeling na paminsan na may miss mo ko eh. Kasi feeling ko nagsasawa ka na paminsan. So at least when you go to Manila, pagbalik mo, alam kong namimiss mo ko.
Wow. Kasi last night, I kept saying, I miss you.
Ganyan. Diba? Parang, at least nafe-feel mo na kung wala ako sa buhay mo, anong magiging feeling?
Ikaw, love, gusto mo ba lumipat na sa Manila? Kasi hirit ka ng hirit nito eh.
Hindi, nagtatanong lang ako. I feel the same way. Like when it comes to being in Manila, I feel like it's fun. There's a certain vibe and energy in Manila wherein you get to mingle with a lot more different people. Kasi
You're also pushed more out of your comfort zone.
Yes. I think especially for us, the introverts, ang dami natin may extrovert friends doon na pagdating natin, napupush tayo to mingle, to talk, na paminsan na parang yung muscle na, yung conversational muscle nawawala.
Yeah. Alam mo, meron akong story dyan. Kasi sa Bachelorette ni Vernice, ang dami nilang mga games na pinapagawa na medyo awkward for introverts to do, like myself. Kasi syempre, hindi ako sanay na, there's a group of like 50 girls. You're put on the spot in the middle to do like this skit. You know what I mean? And, hindi ako actor. Syempre, shy ka pa. Hindi mo ka-close lahat. Ganyan. So, parang, in my head, shucks, sana they don't call me. Like, nakakahiya. But when I was observing, like, as a person who was just attending the party, like, sina Lorene or all the other people that were called, parang sobrang game nila to do these things that are medyo nga embarrassing.
Yeah.
Pero tawang-tawa, like, sobrang game lang sila. Ang bilis nila mag-isip kung ano yung funny na pwede gawin. Sabi ko, shucks, if this game were to be set within our circle of friends here in Cebu, lahat KJ, di ba? Lahat like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You're gonna make fun of me. I'm so shy. Pero dun kasi, lahat game. So I'm like,
pero
oo nga, no?
Huwag naman natin i-generalize. Baka kabarkada lang natin.
Sa friends lang namin. Sa friends lang namin. Kasi lahat kami medyo shy, introvert, ganyan. So nag-click na naman sa head ko na, oo nga, no? Like these things, these situations that you may feel parang awkward, vulnerable ka, if you just have a different mindset to it. Na parang it's just funny and we're all laughing together. Diba? Alam mo yun? You get what I'm
Yes,
saying?
but you know what I think it is? It's like the introvert in us that analyzes everything. This podcast is a lot of that. It's like us breaking down things, us like talking about the concepts.
Oo, like bakit kaya ganito? Bakit ganito yung
ganyan?
feeling natin?
So whenever we're called, we look, we think about scenarios. We think about like, oh, what would happen kaya? Nakakahiya because this and that. Like, parang, and
We're
we're watching them.
psychoanalyzing ourselves.
Yeah, so paminsan nawawala ka sa moment. Kasi
Yeah.
when you're watching them do a dance on the stage or whatever performance they're doing, parang bini-breakdown natin instead of like enjoying that thing.
If you guys want to hear the full episode, you can
Check us out on Spotify.
Spotify.